What is going on, traders and investors? Camilo here from Trending Waves, bringing you to our end of the market update for Monday, July the 12th of 2021. So today, yet again, we see another great call, a bullish stay to the upside. Okay, that was favoring what we've been anticipating for the past few weeks. Okay, if you've seen the last videos that we've been uploading, you know that this is exactly what we were looking for. But if you're new to the channel, just hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so that you won't miss a thing when we upload these videos, because this is extremely important. We are uploading really accurate information also, but you know, we're still running our free 14-day trial in the Discord room. So if you want to see other charts with Elliott wave analysis for, let's say, Boeing or Amazon or Apple, whatever it is, even crypto or Forex, the link is in the description. It's a 14-day free trial, 2 weeks. Okay, it's risk-free. Just cancel within the 14 days if you don't like it. All right, so the S&P here in the daily time frame, guys, we are still heading on higher. So to quickly recap where we are, okay, from the March lows of 2020, we go up in 1 in the primary degree, ABC down in 2. So now get this, right? We've already established a trend line that was originated on October the 30th. This trend line started acting as support for previous points and within the time frame of the chart. So as you see here, when we came up to the intermediate degree wave 1, we went down in 2, held support, up in 1 in the minor degree, down in 2 in the minor degree, held support. So let's review this before I go on again and repeat the same thing I just said. So taking you into, actually look, this is the area that we're gonna go look into. Okay, so taking you into the 1 hour time frame, guys. The 1 hour time frame will suggest that the trend line has been acting as support, as I mentioned. So the intermediate wave 2, up in 1, down into 50% retracement support, up in 3, down in 4, up in 5 to complete the minor degree wave 1, ABC down into minor degree wave 2. That came in exactly at the 38.2% retracement, and also found support at the trend line. So this, as you can see, this trend line is becoming very, very pivotal and important to the support and resistance of this chart. So once we completed the cycle here in the wave 2, we went up in 1, all right, made new highs, broke below briefly. So I know that this was a bit scary. Why? Because we gapped below it, all right, we accelerated and broke below that trend line. So however, if we since this gap, right, that meant that this area here was already established as a cycle. Now we anchor wave 1. So if we were to take an extension here, a retracement, you'll get the 50%. So 50% held support precisely for the wave 2, which is appropriate. You know, more common, less common, because the more common fib levels are the 38.2 and the 23.6. Okay, but the 50% held, and so we ended up going on higher. So here's what we're looking at. Okay, so we've already reached the 100% extension of wave 1 versus wave 2. So if you take your fib levels, right, you take an extension like this and then project it down to wave 2, and then you get the distance for the wave 1, or the measurement, if you will, right? So that came in at the 100%. Now wave 3 has to be at the very least equal to the length of wave 1, which is hence the 100%. But it can also go beyond 100%. It can go to the 161, it can go to the 200, and so on. So in this case, we've already reached our initial target. Now what I am looking for, guys, is the following. All right, these are the levels that I'm looking for. Perhaps if we end up heading higher, then yeah, there will be a zone of resistance, and we're going to backtest this trend line here. However, if it proves that the 100% is resistance, then we should see a 3-wave pullback, at the very least a very slow pullback, right? Because this wave 2 was directional. So the guideline of alternation will say that if wave 2 is directional, then wave 4 would be sideways in nature. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. Now let's take a look if this would have been the top, right, on the wave 3. We'll know relatively soon. I think the pre-market futures market rather is relatively flat, but let's take a retracement from the low of wave 2 to the high of wave 3. We're potentially finished, and a typical 23.6 and 38.2 for the wave 4 should come in at let's take a look. Let me change the color here, be more consistent. All right, and let's hide this actually. So so that will come in relatively even with where the trend line is. All right, so at the 432 spot of 5, 428 spot 73. So these are two levels that I will be looking for coming into this week. This week, if you guys know, tomorrow I think it's the CPI data for the month of June. Then on Wednesday we have Powell, but we also have bank earnings tomorrow. So today was pretty muted. Today was kind of low volume because anticipating these events this week. So keep an eye out for that. Be prepared. So watch these videos and really look at these levels, because we've been playing this to the team, and take advantage of it. I really do encourage you to do so. Let's see what else. Now, I know that some people are calling this area here to be the wave 3 top, and perhaps the one interpretation that I don't think is pretty valid. Why? Because guidelines, right? I mean, this is not a rule, this is a guideline, right? Is that the wave 3 has to be at least 100% extension of the wave 1. But if we were to say, well, here we go, as you can see here, man, if we were to be a little bit more accurate, right? I mean, it doesn't do justice for it, because we're still right below the 100%. I mean, maybe the accuracy of trading view is not at all, but let's say, for instance, if this is the case, right? Let's say that wave 3 ended there, and now we're looking for the wave 4. How would that look? All right, it will still be the same thing, right? If we zoom in here for a second, all right, we will still fall under the same interpretation. And I like the other one because it's cleaner, that we're calling wave 3 top here. So wave 4 would have came to completion at the trendline support, right? And a retracement tool will suggest that would have came in between the 23.6 and the 38.2. Hence, right, our fib levels, and pretty appropriate for that matter. Now, the way I'm looking at this though, just only if this is not the wave 4 and we're going to get an expanded flat, because this is what's looking like. I mean, I mentioned this to the group this morning, right? It'll look like this. I'm just sketching this out, an expanded flat. Let me do this again for you guys, and I'll explain to you what an expanded flat is. So it'll look like this. So the expanded flat, for instance, right? So the expanded flat, I've mentioned this to you guys many times, I believe, is that it's designed to trap bulls and bears. All right. So when you break above the extreme, right, in the correction, you may think that this is impulsive, right? But so far you see is just 3 waves, right? 1, 2, and 3. Now, once we take out the previous high, the bulls are going to come and say, well, okay, so we're jumping on board, just to find out that it's going to get rejected, and I'll show you the fib level to just head on lower. So this is where it will trap the bears when we break the previous low. All right, now if we take an extension, right, or retracement rather, and you turn on the 1272, which is right over here, you'll note that was broken just slightly, which is why I'm not favoring this much, right? That maybe we just roll over and then come back down, but you never know. So keep those levels in mind. All right, but for now I'm calling this as the top, wave 3. Perhaps we're gonna maybe push on higher depending on what the CPI data comes in tomorrow and bank earnings and whatnot, but otherwise a wave 3 pullback is what we are looking for. Okay, so how does this fall in line with the Qs? Actually, before I dive in there, let's just have these levels here so that I can show them to our members tomorrow when we upload this in the morning. All right, so let's turn this guy off, and there we go. So again, 23.6 and 38.2 to the downside. Further upside is anywhere between the 435.66 previous high at 437.31 and the 1618. So it's a big range. It's a big range. All right, now how does this fall in line with the Qs? Let's dive into the Qs and let's review. Now the Qs, I already have it drawn here. Off the intermediate degree wave 4 in the green count, all right, we go up in minor degree wave 1, down in 2, 38.2% retracement support, 1, 2, so nested Elliott wave count, then 3, which came in at the 1618, just above or shy of the 1618. If you take a look, this is what that would look like. So we take that projection to that, and I'm not going to turn it into the blue color, but you see the 1618 here. So it was just shy. It was between the 100 and the 1618. All right, so it's appropriate for wave 3. Now, we completed the cycle, we made a new high, and we gapped down. Now, this I am considering to be an expanded flat, in that we go down in A, right, found support at the previous high, filled the gap, ran up into the what appears to be the wave B, right, 1, 2, and 3, filled the gap in the wave, filled the acceleration gap that we dropped down last Thursday of July the 7th, right. We went above the 78.6, and now we're heading towards the 1272. Okay, so the way this will compare or fall in line with the S&P is that if we do end up rolling over, then we're gonna roll over into the wave 4, okay, just like in the S&P, and potentially find support at the 1618, 349 spot 14, or even the 100% extension, which we could turn on right now. Okay, so this range and even the previous high. So there's 3 levels to watch: 355 spot 28, 354 spot 26, and 349 spot 14. Should we roll over? But if we're not, then what I am looking for is that this will get shifted here and the wave 3 still at play. All right, guys. So I think we have pretty clear evidence that, you know, today was bullish, as you can see here in the indices scoreboard, right? SPY was up 0.36, 39 for the Q, the Dow Jones is up, the IWM rather, and the SMH. There are other sectors also that were green, so it's tough to fight the trend, you know, when all the indices are pointing to new highs. So don't go on shorting this market. You're gonna get obliterated. All right, I don't want you guys to blow up your accounts. So all right, without let's see, is there anything else I want to cover? Actually, no, I think that was it. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Again, thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, join the group. Link is in the description down below. As always, take care. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.